So we're live. So thank you to everyone who waited in the chat. Today I'm joined here by THANATOS Prime, who many of you may know already.
Hello, everybody. This is THANATOS Prime, and I am coming straight home from my overnight shift. But having fun. We're going to be talking toys.
Yeah, and it's mainly about how collecting, not just toys, but just collecting in general, whether it's Transformers, Godzilla, or any other franchise, how it not necessarily changes, but how our perspective on it changes. And also, we want to say a happy belated birthday to Peter Cullen as well. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Peter.
Yes.
The man behind the legendary Optimus Prime.
Definitely. Awesome. So if you guys... yeah, I would pick the other guy up, but I have water in front of him, and either the water is going to go on the floor or he's going to go on the floor. I don't know which one would be worse.
Probably him.
Yeah, probably, to be fair.
But will you lead us on, good sir?
Yes, of course. So, if anyone has any questions, drop in the chat or any thoughts on this, let us know. Basically, we're going to be talking about a variety of things, also like related to like the maturity of collecting. Now, I think a good comparison is years ago, mainly in the Chug days, before Chug sort of spread it into like studio series and generation sort of thing. Back in the Chug days, we were sort of happy with, what we got. If we got a Optimus Prime in the Universe line when, he had the side of his trucks on his arms, we were like, yay, we got a G1 Optimus, it's great. Or even for me, when I got that deluxe Galvatron, I was like, yes, I've got a Galvatron. I didn't care that he was deluxe on his back or any issues. And I feel like as we're, going through studio series and just the years of collecting, whether it's Masterpiece or anything else, we keep getting updates, and I feel like we get more critical of what we used to buy, especially with inflation. But that's a whole other topic. But it's interesting how much more critical we are now of, hey, this character has the wrong face or the wrong colour eyes or they don't have the right gun.
You had to bring up Galvatron. I have a serious point on that. It's studio series at the minimum. You guys couldn't have given him opening hands.
Yeah.
Or like feet to make him taller. I know Megatron was designed like way later, but...
Yeah. See, the issue I have with Galvatron, with
besides not fixing your shoulders.
That's a whole other argument, but yes. I always found the chest was too big. Like Galvatron in G1, his chest was, I suppose it's how it was drawn, but his chest was always quite a more slender, and his kneecaps got raised all the way up to his thighs, like the purple bit on his knee. Whereas the Studio series had more like a shorter kneecap, like shin guard. That's the word I'm looking for. If you noticed,
like basic shin guards where it's more armored.
Yeah, like when he bent his knees, he always had like that bit of purple where his knee was. It was more higher up, whereas on the Kingdom one, it was just like a short, little stubby purple piece. And again, comparing of where we were years ago, we were just happy with anything.
Or we were all hating that old Galvatron. That was like one of the do you remember the days when that was the most hated figure of all time?
I do, yeah.
Our perspective changed from that compared to horrible figures we've had now.
And when we talk about mainly the Earthrise Seekers, a lot of people like the Siege Seekers for good reason, but a lot of people I've seen hate on the Earthrise Seekers, but then they praise the Chug, the original Seekers, and they're literally the same. And obviously I get they're different, but they are kind of the same. But then one part of the fandom hates it, and then the other half love the old stuff. And I think it just kind of leads on to the point of we're more critical now, which is kind of the whole point of this video of what we choose to spend our money on.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on that, THANATOS? Before I
Well, talking about figures now, if we're going to talk about a figure that was highly praised when it was first announced, and now we're a lot more critical of it, prime example, Earthrise compared to this guy.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. Earthrise was considered the best Optimus, and like that was peak. We didn't think we would get anything show accurate that looks and feels this good.
Yeah.
Whether it's this or that KO you have, which was something you wanted to discuss.
Yeah. So what kind of thought? So this is the issue that I'm sort of having. So now this is a Bioway Optimus. This is a KO. But the issue I have is we started series with the Revenge of the Fallen Optimus, which was a really fun figure. Like, to this day, I have fun with it. Then we got the SS32 Optimus, which was the 07.
The Bumblebee one.
Not that one. The first film.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, the one that could combine with Jetfire.
Yeah. Now this is a sort of a KO flash modified because he's got the Revenge of the Fallen legs, whereas the normal Hasbro had that up and it was a solid piece. But I bought this because it was superior to the original series, and that was hard to buy anyway. But I find, especially for me, I went all in on this figure, and the one before this, because this is my second KO because the original broke, but the one before this, I had toy type stickers for it. I went and bought the upgrade kits for it. I bought the KO trailer. I made sure to buy like every single Bayverse weapon he used, and I truly had like a definitive Optimus.
You would have bought a DNA kit too if there was one for that uphold. I know you would have.
There is, but the KO came with the upgrade kit for DNA, and then I actually did buy a DNA upgrade kit for this guy anyway. So I must have spent like $300 on this, like getting a Prime. I didn't mean to say that, but getting like a full-on Optimus Prime from the Bayverse. And then, Hasbro now announced a new overnight. They've kind of announced a leader class 07 Optimus Prime, and I'm kind of like, okay, all the work I put in is now kind of redundant now. Now, yeah, I still have the weapon in the trailer, but the fact that I got so much work into that, so much money, so much time for the stickers, it just makes me feel redundant. And bringing on to the point of this, so many people may have seen a Black Apple Optimus Prime. Now, I did buy an upgrade kit for the side windows, and I didn't get the upgraded head, but I did get a couple other stuff for his back, which isn't visible in robot mode. Now, this was my dream figure for a long time. And when I finally got him, I was like, there's no way that could be better. And then Magnificent Mecha, the third party, come along and just annihilated the Black Apple. So now I'm like, okay, I've got to spend like extra $300 nearly to get like the definitive Optimus. And then like 3 weeks after that, Unique Toys announced what that obliterates Magnificent Mecha, and I'm like, okay, that's another $300. Then I've got the trailer, and I'm at this point where, is there an end point? It's you buy something that is like perfect, but then they just release another one, and you've got another and another.
That's not even considering if it's like a specialty like pack or something, or like a premium, like locked behind something like a premium.
Upgrade kits as well. I mean,
yeah, don't kidding. DNA Design or Non-F, like my top two companies.
Yeah.
Or just even generic like filler pieces sometimes.
Yeah. See, I never got into fillers, but I do like them. I love the idea of them, mainly because if I bought filler, I'd be buying them for every single one. Like every figure on the shelf, I'd be like, okay, I need fillers for that one, that one.
I mean, only if it's something egregious. Like, I just sold this whole figure, the original Percy.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
I'll bring that up. I have some footage for a review. Stay tuned, everybody, on my channel.
And Thanatos' channel, I've linked to your channel in the description below, so go check his channel out. So the main thing shows that he has his mascot, Thanos.
Yeah, let's not boost his ego.
Oh, I don't mind that.
Yeah, let's not boost his ego. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
And to all of you watching this after the live stream, if you have any thoughts, just again drop them below and
check us out on. We got our Discords.
Yes,
Check about that.
Yes. Now, I think this translates into like every section of the fandom, whether it's G1, you got your Masterpiece G1, whether it's the Babers. They're doing a lot of like Unicron trilogy Masterpiece sort of stuff now, and even the comics.
Unicron trilogy Masterpiece.
Yeah, well, not Masterpiece, but they're doing a lot of I think they did like a Megatron recently, like a third party did a Megatron.
Yeah, that was a third party. I mean,
Starscream's a big one as well. Armada Starscream.
Yeah, definitely. Like, that's another thing. Like, how many Devastators have we had in third party? Like,
exactly
do you remember when you were a kid? Like, I remember when I was a kid, like, getting out of high school, and TFC were the only ones, like, they started from scratch, Hercules.
Yes, they did.
All the hype around that thing. Like, it was a collector's dream to have just one. I'm gonna sneeze for a sec, so.
It's okay. Well, bless you.
Bless me.
But with that, I feel like we were so less critical back then. And I suppose if you compared even the studio series construction.
Yeah, I mean, like, because everything has to be like a certain way, like G1, like cartoon, toy, stylized. If you get stylized figures.
Yeah, no, I agree. And that kind of brings me on to a point of, the accuracy, and you've also got the quality, because a lot of times you buy, KO third party, or opening yourself up to a whole lot of possible QC issues. I mean, which one was it now? I bought a third party, Planet X Char. It's the Nemesis Prime repaint of Wallace and Optimus. My gosh, that thing was sharp.
I miss Planet X, man.
Yeah, they're still going, I think.
Yeah, but you don't really hear people talk about them. But I know what you're talking about. That was... You might as well be handling a porcupine when it comes to that thing. Yeah,
it's dangerous. But I think this idea of like perfectionism is kind of leading me down an expensive road, which you might be able to guess where I'm going with this. I've always said if I collected Masterpiece movies, that I wouldn't necessarily go official, but I'd go for the most
the best looking one, scale accurate, like your ideal one.
Yeah. And I always said that I would probably just go with the first 5 Autobots from the first film. And what
How
got
long
announced?
Did that last?
Not too bad, actually. I've got Optimus. I've got the sort of Wei Zhang Black Apple reissue sort of thing of Ironhide. I've got a KO Bumblebee, which is awesome, and a KO NPM Jazz. I'm just missing Ratchet, but I'm a bit iffy on him because some of the scaling of the KOs is not completely perfect. And I just, again, feel like if I buy a KO Ratchet or just any NPM Ratchet, they're going to just make a third party who just does a brand new mold and makes it more accurate.
You're setting the bar really high. Like,
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from. I think as collectors, one thing we always got to tell ourselves, and I try to live by this in my reviews, minus when I reviewed a plushie, because it's a plushie. No figure is going to be perfect.
No.
Like, there's always going to be something possibly better down the line, or you have to factor in, like, if something really peaks, is it going to keep you interested anymore? Like, like I thought Earthrise was going to be the best Optimus Prime ever.
And that's the thing, you're like, are we going to get one better than Studio Series in the future?
Yeah, there's that, or, the knockoff of this.
Yeah, that seems insane. I've got that upstairs. He's right at the back of the shelf of your Autobots.
Like, think about that. Like, if you really want to look at an ideal Optimus that has everything, that's another route you have to consider. Like, how far down this collecting rabbit hole do you really want to go?
Yeah. And, with the with the expense, one thing I've always got to live by as well is, let's say if I want it again, the 5 Autobots, I could get in NPM style. Each one could cost me over 100. So 5 Autobots, that's a minimum of probably 500. Whereas I could pay maybe like 200 and get like the Studio Series. And while it's less in quality, it's less in price, and I still have the same cast members in a different form. But it's that quality over quantity. Like you could get the whole cast of G1 for a fraction of the price of what you might buy a few of the cast members in Masterpiece form.
And that's just if you want to stick with like the G1 Masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Like Masterpiece as a whole, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. Like
I mean,
different lines, different series.
Do you have that sort of thing with like Godzilla?
I would say so, yes. Like, I have a couple of examples right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, me as a collector, this is where I stand with my Godzilla collection. I look at the older films, they were obviously made on a much, much cheaper budget with much more limited resources. So in the case of that series, I use the Bandai Movie Monster series line. It's almost like my chug when it comes to my Godzilla collecting.
Yeah.
Like, see, this is Godzilla 1994, which is, I can say this confidently, the best Bandai saw final Godzilla for a classic suit design in my collection. Now, as far as my favorite Godzilla and something I am willing to spend more money on for just one figure, because granted, this guy was an exclusive, but generally Movie Monster series guys, such as this one of my favorite Godzilla, 2019, they just run you $20. But here is a Hiya Toys, for example. And here's the thing, Hiya Toys, these are much more detailed, they're more movie accurate. Paint is solid.
Yeah. You can definitely see the difference, especially from the first one,
It's,
like the evolution of it.
This is almost like my MP compared to Generations MP. Kind of like your argument.
Yeah.
And even then, talking about stuff being blown out of the water, this isn't even the first Hiya Godzilla I got. Because at first I got the 2019, but then they announced this one with a more even color scheme, which I liked. Then they announced yet another repaint of this, where the eyes are much more easy to see.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with Godzilla. I've noticed there's so many repaints. Like in each film, obviously they do it for the same reason as many films like Transformers, where it's, you know, to make it appeal to, you know, like a different version of it. Like the atomic breath's different a lot into. There's blue, there's the pink one, I forget the name, and then there's.
It's just, it makes collecting kind of a pain sometimes because you have to factor in like different scenes, different designs, like the aesthetic you want to go for.
Yeah. Did you see the 3-0 Godzilla that got announced the other day?
I am actually going to look that up right now.
Because this is the dilemma I'm having with Transformers, and that's the sort of expensive thing I was talking about, where it's quality and, you know, quantity and price, and it's just insane. Welcome, Benno. Nice to see you. Benno thinks Hiya Toys is peak.
Yeah, they are peak. Yeah, you sent me the classic design, right?
I can try and send you a video of.
Because I typed in 3-0 Godzilla and.
Let me send you a video.
Kind of. The glare.
I'm
gonna turn off my light.
No, it wasn't that one. Sorry, that's my dog.
It's all good. But you know, that's one thing we got to figure with our collections. Sometimes perfection's not. It's never going to be there. There's always room for improvement, no matter the company, no matter the style. Sometimes you just got to be content.
Yeah.
And also for the sake of your wallet.
Oh yeah, I think it's a Shin Godzilla, and it's around the 6 minute 20 second mark. So I'll send you that link now. 6 minute 20 seconds. Give that a look, and let me know what you think.
Okay. 6 minutes and what?
6 minutes and 20 seconds. Just give that a watch. I'll just be right back.
Okay, it's a prototype, or it's the frozen Shin Godzilla. I have no idea. It's pretty cool. Okay, it's just a prototype because the tail is normal.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it. It's pretty cool. It almost, even unpainted, it kind of works for something in a collection. It works for like the frozen one because you have to factor in like, before we even start, like when it comes to collecting, I know there's variants of that Optimus Prime figure probably. You have to factor in like, do you want this variant? Do you want that variant? This one makes it look better. This one's just more fun just to have.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm debating with 3.0 at the minute. Is, do I buy every version, not of this guy, but of like each improved third-party NPM Optimus to eventually get a definitive one, or do I just go straight for the 3.0 that's taken from the actual model? Like, it's official. Yeah, someone might do a head upgrade kit or something, but I think with any, mainly Transformers, with any figure, whether it's like retail, masterpiece, third party, whatever, there's always some compromise, whether it's the height, the accuracy, like faux pieces, or
design, engineering.
Yeah, and one of the modes is usually compromised, whether it's alt mode or robot mode. Again,
you're never going to get perfection.
Yeah.
I mean, and our expectations are always changing when we grow up.
And, you know, when I look at that 3.0 Optimus, I mean, I'm going to guess he's probably 250, 300. But then again, if I'm going to upgrade from this guy to the either Magnificent Mecha or Unique Toys Optimus, I mean, that's going to be at least 250, I think. So is it worth spending that extra bit of cash, getting actual CGI, full, accurate, because they do really good paint job as well.
Quality over quantity, basically.
Yeah, and if I want something in truck mode, I can always go for the option where, I don't know if you've seen Jada Toys. They do
I've heard of them, yeah.
Like die-cast vehicles. They've done some Transformers. I don't think they're all accurate.
I think they cover just basic action figures too. I think they had that Scooby-Doo license, don't they?
Yeah, I think they do.
Those are pretty cool toys.
Yeah, but I know they did like the Peterbilt Optimus, and they did, they did Last Night Bumblebee, Crosshairs. I think they did
like
Hot Rod.
Those actually, like, they have that G1 like stylish, like shiny look.
Yeah.
Like, they capture that better than some of the actual transforming toys do when you stop and think about it.
Yeah. And I could literally have like the 3.0 Optimus here and like the Jada Toys or equivalent Optimus in truck mode here. So
yeah, if you want to go for that display. So it also factors in, like, we have to factor in our displays and stuff.
Yeah. And
like
that's sorry, go on.
Going to my Godzillas. Sorry about that.
That's okay, go.
When it comes to the Monsterverse, which is my favorite Godzilla film series right now, because they're the most fun for me to watch, I'm willing to splurge to get the more high-end toy stuff as opposed to the Bandais. So I could probably get 2 Bandais for the price of one of these if I know where to look.
Yeah. And you get to focus on that more, don't you?
Huh?
You get to like focus more on that individually rather than having that load.
Oh yeah, you can appreciate this one more. Like, this one's a lot more posable, which I appreciate. Like, listen to that action figure ASMR.
I was about to say that's ASMR.
Yeah. Is that, or in the case of Transformers, if I want a fun little desk toy, there we go. Price of a deluxe, which it's crazy now. Like, I was talking to my friend Sound Blaster Prime here on YouTube. we took for granted back when deluxes were only about $10. Like,
yeah,
think about it. For the price of one deluxe now, you could get 2 deluxes and a scout class before taxes and all that BS.
Yeah. I always have this memory. I think it was my birthday, and I got some birthday money. I think I must have been about 8 years old, and I remember like getting upset because I could only just afford a leader class figure back in the day, and it was a Nightwatch Optimus Prime, and that was, I think, 45.
That was a good figure. That was my first movie versus Optimus, actually, too.
Really?
Yeah.
And obviously I got it, but I mean, now leaders like easily £56 here in the UK.
About the
Around
same
that,
here.
I think. Yeah. And I think leaders are probably the only one that's not had the biggest jump, I don't think, because some deluxes have gone from 10 to nearly £30, might be like $27.99 here sometimes. Leaders, I think, are a bit more generous. They've not gone too, like, they've not really gotten past the 65 mark generally.
Do you want to talk about something else that might affect like how much we spend on these things also?
Yeah, go ahead. Anything that contributes that, what's relevant, yeah.
Retail or shipping it in or importing it.
Yeah.
Like, that's another can of worms that kind of ties into it. Because, little update, guys, I'm happy to share this. I got 86 Megatron on the way.
Lucky.
And, if I just waited at retail, I probably could have saved shipping and all that. Shipping and state tax or whatever, if that applies to you.
Yeah.
Like, it was almost $10 more for everything because I shipped it as opposed to waiting at retail. So you have to factor that in too.
Yeah. And it all adds up, doesn't it?
It does, but my grandfather taught me this when I was younger. If you really want some, work for it, because you get what you pay for. Like, fun desk toy, fine with this little cheap one. Just one to have, just fiddle with. But one that's like a pride of the collection, I have no problem spending the extra cash on. Is he perfect? No. But I'm fine with this.
You should really look at that KO.
I actually will. My best friend got a copy, so we're going to do a comparison.
Yeah, I think I sent you that comparison video. I mean, it's a long one, but it does show.
I'm going to make my own.
Oh,
like,
it does show
my own
differences. And if you look at,
I might get the axe.
Yeah, nice. The Megatron arm's really cool as well.
Oh, dude, definitely. And that's the other thing. Like, you have to factor in like official or KO or third, fourth party, whatever. Like, you have to factor in what your collection calls for.
Yeah. Surprisingly, that KO Optimus is probably the most solid KO I've ever handled ever.
I'm excited to see what that thing's like. I mean, my best friend paid $30 less than if he had gotten the real one.
Yeah.
Which more bang for your buck for sure. Even if it's not official and the quality's a little so-so. I mean, everything kind of justifies.
I don't think I've had any issues with it. I've handled it quite a bit.
Well, KO, knockoff. Some people, there's always that stigma that knockoffs are the worst thing ever and they're horrible, they're bad quality. Not always.
The only issue I've had is with the trailer. It's when you open it, it clicks and clacks like the Earthrise does, like that cheap plastic. When I watch reviews, I think when I saw yours didn't. I don't think yours did that, did it? When you open the trailer, it made a noise, but it weren't like the Earthrise one when it's like cheap plastic cracking.
Yeah, that wasn't.
But
it's a lot tighter. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, the KO trailer is bad, but the figure's amazing.
Even then, some things about that figure, like Earthrise plastic, sometimes it felt very cheap in places.
Yeah, Hasbro went through a weird, rough time there, didn't they?
They did, and I mean, heck, you had to get like more money to invest in, like, say, an Earthrise Prime to get all the accessories, whereas this dude, you got more, so you have to factor that in too. But the KO just has like, that one has so much more.
Yeah. And I've seen leaks. I don't know if you've seen these leaks. It was mentioned with like the 07 Optimus leader class figure, but
I
there's
saw that. Yeah.
new like G1 figures that's getting like updates. I think they're going to be brand new molds. I feel like there will be of some of the characters in G1. And again, you know, people who bought all those molds of like Prowl, Siege came out, and then Earthrise, and you know, we've gone through so much trouble just to get Prowl, and I still don't have a Prowl. Combiner Wars.
A lot of people went through a lot of trouble to get Thundercracker and Skywarp, and
now they're getting new
brand new ones.
And that's kind of like the issue that tied everything together at the start. Is, you know, when do we actually get that perfect one? Which is why, again, I'm considering getting like 3-0, because they're bigger, they're more expensive, they take more shelf room up. But I think
you're more content with it.
Yeah, and I don't look. I keep bringing this guy up, but I don't look at this and think, "Oh, that's inaccurate. That's inaccurate." I'm really happy with this, but I feel once I get like the next best thing, that's when the comparisons will start. Or if I got the 3-0, that's when the comparisons will start and I see everything. But if I had that perfect model on the shelf, it would be full on like content, because I know that is more accurate than any release a future masterpiece could ever hope to achieve.
Yeah, you know, you gotta, even then, sometimes you just gotta be content. Like, again, this is my favorite Godzilla design, favorite Godzilla in my collection figure-wise. He's not perfect. I mean, the eyes are... He's not perfect because, like, the eyes are hard to see on this copy, and the teeth aren't really painted as opposed to the other ones. I mean, sometimes they're a little smudgy, huh?
You can see them a little bit, yeah.
Well, it's not as prevalent as, like, the actual, like, design when you look at it up close.
Yeah.
That's what you meant. That's kind of another thing when you talk about, like, models and stuff.
Yeah. That's kind of something that's reminded me, actually, like the model kits. I did think about buying some of like the YOLO Park stuff just to see what it's like to have, even if it's not a model kit, even if it's just like a transformable figure, just to have that and feel like what would it be like to actually experience something that's accurate, but it's
sometimes you're just content with what you got too as a collector.
Yeah. And I think it really enhances the display as well. Like when you've got less is more essentially. When you've got a display and it's crammed with figures, or if you've got like 5 figures on one shelf, you can really look at it and appreciate it more. Like my shelves right now are crammed.
That's right behind me. That's my Monsterverse display. It's nowhere near as big as the soft vinyls.
No, like that figure in the background.
Quantity.
You can see.
Not dissing this, but quantity. I'm so deep in this collection. I'm sticking with this. Quality, though, it's Monsterverse, and that's where I have to stay. You have to factor in like toy lines and like how deep into collecting you really want to go. Like you have to factor that in too.
Yeah.
Like for us as Transformers fans, you can have that one definitive version of the character with like multiples, but you're gonna have like a definitive G1 Optimus. You have that movie Optimus. Gets a little much when you think about it sometimes as a collector, which
and that's the thing. I know for a fact that every figure that I probably already bought is going to get redone again.
It seems almost like inevitable at this point. Like it's just happening a lot more now, I've noticed.
I mean, the Studio Series Grimlock, that Titan, I want that. I feel like it's around scale accurate enough, because I'll have like my retail mainline display, obviously, and then I'll have like either the Masterpiece or the 3-0 as like a special shelf. But I kind of worry that if I'm going to pay, they said it's under 200 Grimlock. If I'm going to pay around 200, let's call it, is a third party going to come and upscale him a little bit more, give him a few more weapons, or if not, DNA design, they'll probably make an upgrade kit. So it's like you constantly, I know that you don't have to invest in it, but to get that perfect thing, it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to buy that, I'm gonna have to get the stickers, I'm gonna have to get gap fillers, and it just kind of feels more of a chore, really, sometimes.
It really does. Like, it honestly just depends on how much you love the character, how much you love the figure. Because I've kind of done that with my Grimlock from Studio Series, the 86 one.
Yeah.
Because I just got some basic gap fillers off eBay, like really simple, like dirt cheap. I think I paid less than $10 shipped for them. Then there was another third-party kit I got because I didn't like Non-F Productions gap fillers for the arms. I didn't like how they did that, so I spent another $15 on that kit. Plus, I don't remember what it was for Non-F, but I think I put at least an additional maybe between $20 to $35 more into Grimlock, the Studio Series one.
And that's kind of where I am a little bit. It's like once you've bought those gap fillers, once you've bought the upgrade kits, once you've bought the stickers, or whatever way you enhance a figure, whatever it is you buy, once you've paid all that and it does add up, like you said, is it worth it just to have bought like something better, like either a masterpiece or a 3-0, or like
sometimes just a simple re-release, like the Sunstreaker pack from Selects.
Yeah,
Earthrise Sunstreaker was already really hard to find.
Really?
So he was already considered kind of rare. Yeah, he was, at least here in America. People, that wave just never hit shelves. Like, that was peak, virus. Or, I don't know if you can say that, YouTube being all weird stuff.
I don't even know if it's a thing anymore, to be honest.
But,
Welcome,
hi, Harrison. But, sorry, I got distracted.
That's okay.
It's Harrison. It happens. We're justified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've only got like probably 20 minutes left anyway.
Yeah, about. But like, how far you want to invest in stuff? That's what we were talking about, right? Like
sorry, I keep talking. It's like
getting replaced with figures. Like we just got.
Yeah.
Everybody, like you said, the Earthrise Seeker. Everybody praised it. Now we got this new one, and people are gonna find something to complain about. Or how many third-party Masterpiece Starscreams do we have right now? So there's the main line if you want to go official and like somewhat tune accurate. There's, I think it was Make Toys that did that Howling Meteor, and then it was like another one that's like different styles, different companies. This one's gonna get this right. This one's gonna get that right. It's like no matter what, you're never really gonna find that perfect figure.
Yeah, and that's it's so hard when you have to. Obviously, you can't predict if another one's going to come out. That figure that you're eyeing up, it might be the last one for 10 years.
And that's just if you want to stick with one company.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I do like that figure.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, you can't deny he's not perfect. Maybe the best, but that's for now. Who knows where we're going to be in 10 years from now? Maybe in 10 years they'll find some way to compress all this and make it like tune accurate. But even then, you have to factor in also the cartoon wasn't always accurate. And
even the movies to a degree. I mean, there's people who say the films cheat with CGI, which I get. And then there's like Michael Bay on the interviews when it's like, I want every part to go somewhere in the truck. So it's kind of like, 50-50. I guess part of the transformation can be pulled off and a part of it's like hidden, which I think results in a lot of, faux parts. I mean, have you seen the actual real scale chart of how big Vader's Starscream should be compared to like Optimus?
Yeah, he's like way, way bigger. Like he's almost like if you were to compare it in Studio Series, he'd be like if we're gonna keep Optimus that same scale, probably Commander
Yeah.
or Small Titan like Star Optimus Prime, probably.
Yeah, and then you've even got your like smaller jets. Like in the movies, they did like Dirge, Thrust, and they are deluxe figures. So in reality, they should be at least leader class, commander class, maybe. And yeah, Harrison's saying that we've got QC issues in Kingdom. Yeah, that's another thing we had.
Yeah, another reason dipping into a hobby, knowing you're hopefully going to get a copy with better QC or something.
Yeah, I think it's that like regional the QC issues because I've noticed that when people review figures, certain people always get the bad copies, and other people always get the good ones.
I don't know. I think it just depends on where they ship the first batch because you have to factor in like it's like a game launching. You have the first batch that might be a little bit buggy, or they have like small issues like Galvatron and his shoulders. You freaking coward!
Yeah.
I'm never not giving you crap for that.
Yeah. We're on a truce right now.
Okay, fine. But still. Like, that was a prime example. I made it funny. So that's a good example, though. Like, the first batch of those had the messed up shoulders. Or, like, prime example. I made the same stupid joke.
Okay.
The infamous QC on this. With these heel bits being misassembled. So they're technically upside down.
The only issue I have with like the feet are they tend to when I want the heel to like have ankle articulation, I have to like unpeg the foot from the leg, if that makes sense. And it's kind of hard to
like this.
Let me have a look so I'm on another tab. Yeah, like you have to forcefully untab the foot from the leg. I kind of just want to show a screen share something in a minute. So I'm just trying to find something just to.
Yeah, Harrison, I love Age of the Primes too. I actually just got Skybite.
I would love to get Skybite.
He is awesome. That's big thanks to my friend Sound Blaster Prime.
Why is it whenever I try to search for something, I can never find it?
Because you're a noodlehead.
Maybe.
I'm kidding, I broke the truce.
You broke the truce!
I broke the truce.
How dare you!
Sorry. I mean, I do play Starscream for you. Sometimes the character bleeds over. Yeah, sometimes it's good to feel like a kid again when you're playing these things. Because you have to factor in also, sometimes you just want a fun figure to play with.
Yeah, you do.
So.
Okay, I can't find it, but what I wanted to show is... Let me just screen share this. So this is just a form from Rise of the Beasts, just one I just brought up. But I mean, yeah, it's nearly 200. But I mean, look at the detail on it, and that's the sort of thing I feel like I'm going for lately. I think the Bumblebee movie one looks a little bit better, but in Rise of the Beasts, he did have that cleaner look to him anyway. The Bumblebee was more like a.
I think that's definitely the best of both worlds.
Yeah. But again, there is an NPM Bumblebee.
It's almost like those 3 zeros and High Toys or the Godzilla statues I notice in that collection.
Yeah.
But some look way more film accurate than others.
Okay, let's just bring up this one here. the right one. So I think this one is the one that transforms, which again is, it's £90, but it looks like incredible. That does look exactly like Bumblebee. I mean, that's literally black magic. But again, if you compare it to 3.0, you can straight away tell the level of paint difference in that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking lately is it worth just getting that expensive thing? And it's not just Transformers, other stuff, other franchises that I'm looking at where rather than buying them or retail figures, just get something more expensive, funding aside, and get something where like you've got LED lights, where it's an actual crisp comparison of what you see on film.
Yeah. I mean, it's true.
But I do find like I'm thinking more like this as I've gone through collecting.
I'm just glad I don't collect MP.
Yeah, that's why I had the rule of only sticking to the main 5 Autobots.
Yeah, you have to factor that in because if you try to go all in, you're going to be broke.
I mean, it's hard enough to get all the movie figures at retail. We're still missing skids, mod flap, and even Hasbro. They said that they're making them in Studio Series, but they basically said their bosses don't have it as a priority. So if they don't have it at retail, if I'm going to go...
It kind of forces you to have to go third party.
Yeah, and even then it's like, if I'm going to collect the 3.0 and I want to get all the characters, Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, how long am I going to be waiting for a 3.0 skids and mod flap? Like, I think you have to be realistic with how far it goes. So, yeah, that's just my opinion.
No, it makes perfect sense. Like, everybody doing the G1 Optimus when that was a thing. Like, you had MP44, which for a lot of people that was peak minus the backpack. Then there was that Magic Square. And, it's almost like the same with Megatron for a while there. Like, we had so many different tank Megatrons. It's like, okay, this is my peak. Oh, this one comes along, this is my peak. And it's like...
I might quickly have a few-minute break, if that's okay.
That's fine.
Come back and wrap this up.
Yeah.
Oh. Are you having a break as well, or did you want to try and find some intermission?
If you can find, like, an intermission, I guess.
Might try and quickly find one.
I don't think we're doing a part 2, Harrison. Because, like, I got stuff I got to do today.
It was mainly like a last-minute thing. I mean, we said we wanted to do this, but I kind of threw it on Thanatos last minute, which I apologise for.
All good. I might stream, like, later on, Harrison, like, in case I can't think of anything to do. Like, I will be streaming on my channel, and I am scared right now. Daniel, you have to listen to me. I'm scared.
Why?
Unicron.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
I'm putting him in planet mode because you're probably going to be mad at me for this. I never put HasLab Unicron in his planet mode, technically. I didn't have the rings attached. Like, a piece fell under my couch. I didn't find it until we had him in robot mode, and I was like, I never technically put him in planet mode, so he's going to be staying there for a while. So
tune into Thanatos' stream tonight, then. If I'm awake, I'll join. Definitely, if I'm awake.
I'll be joined by my good buddy Sound Blaster Prime. So if you got to go ahead and do what you got to do, I can talk to people before if I have to take one.
I will put it on. I'll just do it on here.
And that works.
Yeah. Are you still talking for a moment?
Well, you pulled the thing up. So, kind of like what else I want to say.
Yeah. Well.
Comparisons. I do have a Perceptor review in the works.
I will see you in a second.
Sounds good. There's a Perceptor review in the works. Unicron's video is going to be tonight. And we're going to have Megatron here soon. I'm really happy to announce that. I'm going to take a break too, actually, so I will be right back. I'm back. Yeah, we're back on stream. I didn't even notice he added me back in. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I got Megatron on the way. other stuff I'm excited about. Like, I was gonna get the Hayatoys Godzilla Evolved, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be. I've warmed up the design since it first debuted in the promotional material, but I have to say, as a Godzilla fan, I'm fine sitting that one out. And then you have to factor in, like, yeah, there's also the two Bandai ones, the Movie Monster series and the Monster Arts. So, quite fine sitting out. That design's not even my favorite. Trying to be a scale junkie, but again, nothing's perfect. That figure's kind of tiny compared to... Well, not tiny. He's only the same size as this one. I was rambling on for a bit.
That's cool. I had to the dogs, and I wanted to make sure Black Apple Optimus Prime wasn't going to get taken out by my dog. So, but yeah. Do you want to continue? Do you have any further points on what you?
I was just talking like random like updates since I was here.
Okay. But yeah, no, it's. I guess just to kind of wrap the last 10 minutes or so of the video. We've discussed the quality, the size, the accuracy, budget. Yeah, that's a big one. And just check my notes if there's anything else. And yeah, an upgrade as well, like buying stickers, fillers, upgrade kits to get that perfect thing, just to get the figure made redundant by re-release or like buy a more accurate version of that character.
That's even from just the one company.
Yeah, and that's again why I'm thinking of like doing more high-end collectibles, not just with Transformers, but with other franchises. So yeah, I mean, it'll be a while, obviously, because these things take time to come out. But I think it'll just be so much better, and in a way, it might be cheaper. If you're paying a few hundred. I mean, that Bumblebee 3.0 I showed you was 180, 190. Yeah, that is expensive. But then if you're buying a masterpiece and you're buying like another masterpiece of that character because it's better, then they do another one. Each one of them could be 150 each anyway. So, you're probably spending more money not buying like the 3.0 and buying the masterpiece over and over again than what you would if you just went straight to the physical representation of that accuracy. That's where I'm at anyway. It's a bit of a confusing time.
It is. Sometimes you just gotta be content, though. I'm content with this. This is my Monster vs. Godzilla.
Yeah.
Maybe there's gonna be better ones down the line. Then who knows? But that's just life. We always have to remember that. Our thoughts, our opinions, just us in general, we're always changing. So.
Yeah, and if we did this stream, 6 months later, I could literally be back on the main line wanting the mainline figure. I mean, I still want the mainline figure, don't get me wrong, I think they're amazing. I'm going all in on the Age of the Primes and Studio Series, but yeah, I do try and stay content with that. I think it's just that, when you want that extra.
Sometimes you just gotta be that way. Just be in the moment, be happy what you got now.
Yeah, I agree. Funnily enough, that has actually triggered just one last point, which I thought about making a video on, actually. And
if you guys want like another part or a part 2, let us know. Yeah,
let us know. It would be this. I thought about making a video on ages ago, but I never did. And it was my first Transformers. Not the first figure, but like the first sort of collection that I started it. And it was the Bayverse 07, the Legends figure of Optimus, Ratchet, Bumblebee, and Jazz, and Ironhide. And then for the Decepticons, I had the Legends Barricade, Blackout, and then I got the, what was it called? Fast Action Battlers, the Megatron, Starscream, the Brawl.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, and as a kid, I didn't care. I loved that Megatron and Starscream and Brawl were bigger than Optimus, and you could do something with Optimus's legs where if you mistransformed it, he would be taller than the other figures.
Still
And I was
Optimus
like,
Prime.
yeah. And for me, that was like accurate and fun and content.
For mine, it was. I mean, the first Transformer I think I had was. We're talking official and not a McDonald's toy. I think my grandparents made the mistake of getting me Transmetal 2 Megatron, and he lasted all of one afternoon. Or, yeah, that was him. I remember I had Cheetor, but what really kicked me off into collecting like the full series of characters was Armada back in the day. I didn't even get all that collection, but
Yeah.
Armada was kind of what kicked things off.
Yeah. Armada was a great toy line.
Yeah, and I understand movie because I only said I was going to get a few movie characters, and then I ended up prioritizing getting the whole cast. So
Yeah.
how much our thoughts and opinions have changed because we thought those figures were peak back in the day. Now we have so much. Like that's something we also got to be thankful for. And this is what I want to say before I leave. Look back on the past. You had your flaws. We all did. But those things that were grails back in the day, keep those memories. Keep that memory alive. It made you happy. But also be thankful for what we have now. Be thankful for what we have now, what's in the works, what we may not know of. It's part of collecting. Just have fun with it.
Yeah, no, great message. I think my clothing would be, although I am talking about all these more expensive ones, as long as I think you've got that physical you don't even have to be physical, but as long as you've got that representation of that character, whether it's Legends figure or a Voyager or whatever, as long as you've got like something you're happy with, like if you had a movie Megatron and Starscream, you've got the main cast, you still got that, whether one's better or worse than the other, the fact that you've still got that collection in your display.
Yeah.
And comparison's a thief of joy, as they say, the greatest thief of joy.
Really is. It's your life is your story. Tell your story because nobody else can. That's a very good quote from Kevin Smith. I want to leave things off on for me.
Yeah, no, I'm happy leaving it like that. I think it's a good natural point.
All right, well, Daniel, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. This is Thanatos Prime. Feel free to check out my channel. Give it a like, comment, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, that'll be it for me.
You can find Thanatos and Thano in the link in the description below. Oh, is he coming? There he is. Subscribe.
And he's not going to say anything.
Okay.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Take care. Thank you for joining, everybody. Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Have a good one, everybody.
Thanks for joining, Thanatos.